Welcome back to my unprocessed life. You don't know this, but this is take two because the first one just crapped out on me. It's Tuesday and I'm headed to work, and I'm only about 21 minutes late. The last time I said those words, I was only 20 minutes late, but then I had to restart the video. So it all just goes to show you that you can lose a minute. Anyway, I got a hair that's bugging me. Oh, there it is. Anyway. So today is Tuesday and I'm headed to work. I get to carpool today. I didn't think it was going to happen, so I've got to head out and I've only got a few minutes to chat before I get there. But I wanted to make sure I stopped in and said good morning and kind of let you know what happened for the rest of the day. I think when I left you last night, I was headed to Subway to get a sandwich, and that's what I did. I went over there and I got a foot-long veggie delight with no dressing on it, no cheese. I did the numbers while I was still at the office, and it seemed like the best low-fat option that I had available, provided that it wasn't any ripe fruit around, which there wasn't. I actually went to go look for a case of bananas, which Whole Foods was out of, and then I needed some bananas for breakfast for my son, because he always eats banana every morning. And for whatever reason, every grocery store had nothing but bananas that were as green as summer grass, or as springtime grass. I mean, it was just, green as my green juice is how green those bananas were. So there was really nothing I could do. Because he's not going to eat any green bananas, and I wouldn't want him to. They're not good for him. They're not ready. So I had to go around. Finally, I didn't get to go to Whole Foods because there was like a 4-car pileup on the road, and the Stavia Hills police officers decided rather than let anybody try an alternate route around, they had to put everybody down a back road where there was no way to get to anywhere you needed to go. Spend an extra hour trying to get through that. Then I went to Whole Foods, which is the other organic, not Whole Foods, I'm sorry, I went to Organic Harvest, which is the other, one of the other organic places around. And they didn't have anything but super green bananas. So then I went to Publix, and they didn't have anything but super green bananas. And then I stopped at Sprouts, and they didn't have anything but super green bananas. And I was like, what is this super green banana craze? So eventually I thought, well, shoot, if there's anywhere, it's going to be Walmart. So I stopped at the Walmart in my small little town of Springville, and all of their bananas were pretty green, but they weren't anything like the other ones. They actually had some that were getting closer, so some that were edible. They didn't have spots like they really needed, but they were a whole lot closer than anything else I saw all night long. So that was the route that we went. And I also grabbed some avocados for my wife because she was looking for some avocados, and some cucumbers. Got a bunch of cucumbers too to try to. I just didn't have any time this morning to make any type of salad with them because I really wanted to. I wanted to make that zucchini hummus that I love so much for lunch, but as it stands, I didn't bring anything for lunch. So it's going to be a salad day, it looks like, or maybe a veggie wrap. But the problem with the veggie wrap is that the wrap itself is usually not very healthy, so odds are I'll just go with the salad and try to have almost no dressing on it, which I hate to do. I need the greens, I really do, but it's just, if you don't enjoy the food you're eating, then it becomes really, really hard to feel like you're satiated, to feel like, oh, man, that really hit the spot. And it's not that you have to do that, but emotionally it really helps to make sure that you don't do something silly down the road, snacking where you shouldn't, etc. Supposedly a vendor should be taking us out today, but odds are that the vendor is going to want to go to a barbecue place or something along those lines. They always do. They're like, hey, you can eat at a barbecue place, can't you? Yeah, I guess. Most of the time there's a bunch of fried food, onion rings, french fries, vegan junk food is what I usually do when I go to those places because their salads suck. And let's be honest, there aren't very many barbecue places where they really have a good salad. And even a place like Cheesecake Factory, I looked it up, they have a vegan Cobb salad. And it's like half fat. Like half fat and like 1,200 calories. So if you're trying to stick to a 2,000 to 2,500 calorie diet a day, that's like half your calories for one salad. You know, that'd have to be a pretty filling salad to be able to, you know, take half your calories for the day. You know, I mean, my green juice takes about 700 calories, maybe, or so, depending on how much I drink, I guess. But you know, the difference there is that's straight up pure goodness. I mean, that's collard greens and romaine lettuce and apples and you know, ginger. I mean, that's just straight up good for you stuff. So it's not like it's you know, it's not been cooked, doesn't have any oil, and you know what I mean. And even so, there's still fat in there to some degree. So it's a little bit of a challenge trying to make sure that you eat a really healthy diet. I think we've been brainwashed by the everything in moderation mantra. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You know, because not everything's good for you. I mean, I know people think everything's good for you in moderation, but it really isn't. You know, that's like, oh, well, you know, a little bit of mercury's all right, a little bit of arsenic's all right, that rat poison's all right. It's not the way I feel about it. And sure, I take things to extremes, but doesn't everybody to some degree? That's where we prove our points to some degree, or at least connect the thought processes is with extremes. That doesn't mean that the extremes are you know, the way it's going to be, but everybody uses extremes to make their point, to make the, you know, the other viewpoint, or just to be able to correctly communicate what they're trying to say. So anyway, so we'll see. Lunch may be a little challenging today. Oh, I lost 2.5 pounds yesterday, I think that's what the scale said. It was 2 something. I don't remember if it's 2.5 or 2.3 or something like that. I pay attention to the scale and to my weight as a metric, but not as you know, hey, I lost this much every day. It was just good to see that I was going in the right direction, and you know, the 1,800 calories or whatever I had yesterday, or 2,000 calories, you know, that apparently had some effect on it, so that's good. I did drink. Did I drink 3 liters? I don't know if I drank 3 liters of water yesterday. I know that I drank 1 liter of water there, and I had 1 liter in the morning, and I had 2 liters of water, plus there was 1 liter of water in my smoothie. So that's about 3 liters of water, I think. One, no matter how you look at it. So I got 3 liters of water in. Oh, and then the juices. Of course, it's not really water, but it is. I mean, it is. There is some water in there. I'm not sure exactly how that's calculated, but anyway. So yesterday was a pretty successful day, all things considered. Didn't deal with any real detox symptoms. I think a lot of that comes from eating the Subway sandwich at the end of the day. I think that probably helped stave off some of the effects that I might have felt for detox symptoms, which is pretty good because it still kept me low fat. I was still right at about 10% fat, 9% fat for the day, and so it was pretty close as far as the 80-10-10 piece of it goes. So feeling pretty good about that. And let's see, today I get to go hang out and watch my son's soccer practice. I think I'm getting drafted to be a coach, so we'll see how that goes. But that's a little bit later today. All right. Well, I hope things are wonderful in your world. You know, I enjoy spending time with you every day, and it's one of the highlights of my day. I hope you enjoy spending time with me as much as I enjoy spending time with you, and I look forward to it again real soon. You can catch me over on Instagram It's myunprocessed.life at Instagram, of course. And then if you wanted to email me, you can email me at myunprocessedlife@gmail.com. And I'll be happy to answer any questions or talk with you, say hey, share things, anything, you know. So just let me know. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I will see you later this afternoon.